Hey there, welcome back to HFS Lifestyle. Today we have an intriguing puzzle-filled video for you. Get ready to challenge your brain and immerse yourself in the world of riddles and mysteries. So grab a pen and paper and let's dive right in. In our first puzzle, we have three friends, Jim, Alex, and Chris, who are faced with a hat dilemma. As they randomly pick hats from a box containing two black hats and one white hat, the question arises, how does Chris confidently declare the color of his hat? Well, let me break it down for you. Jim's response of not knowing the colors means that at least one black hat exists between Alex and Chris. When Alex says that he doesn't know the colors either, it implies that he sees a black hat on Chris. If it were white, Alex would immediately know that his hat is black since there's only one white hat. Therefore, Chris, with this information, confidently concludes that his hat must be black. It's all about logical deduction. Now, let's move on to our next puzzle involving a theft case. Detective Sue finds herself entangled in a mysterious theft of precious diamonds from a highly secured vault. The list of suspects is diverse, ranging from the janitor to the CEO. Can you guess who the thief is? Well, it's the janitor. Surprising, right? Even in a high-security vault, the diamonds should remain dust-free. Since the janitor is responsible for cleaning, he has direct access to the jewels. It's all about thinking outside the box and considering the roles of each person involved. Next up, there's a puzzling scenario involving a figure standing in someone's front yard for weeks on end. The yard's owner doesn't mind, but eventually the person disappears. Any guesses on who this mysterious figure was? It turns out it was a snowman. Simple yet deceptive, right? Sometimes the answers are right in front of us, disguised as something else. Stay observant. Now let's move on to some vampire-themed puzzles, shall we? Vampire Vlad, our charismatic host, invites his vampire friends for a one-of-a-kind dinner gathering. Here's the twist. The dinner party takes place during the daytime. How is it possible for vampires to attend without encountering any problems? The answer lies in Vlad's exceptional planning skills. He chooses to host the dinner party during a solar eclipse. The absence of intense sunlight allows the vampires to navigate freely without any harm. It's all about strategic timing. Vlad has another intriguing story for us. While on a remote island, he discovers a thriving garden filled with garlic. But here's the catch. Garlic is dangerous for vampires. So why does Vlad laugh at this unexpected find? The presence of a flourishing garlic garden implies the existence of a skilled gardener on the island, which means there must be a human nearby. This discovery sparks Vlad's enthusiasm and hope for a future food source. It shows that even vampires have a sense of humor. In a quaint village, 3 individuals cast shadows, but one claims to be a vampire. Can the townsfolk figure out who the true vampire is? Pay close attention to the shadows. While regular human shadows mimic people's movements, the vampire shadow behaves oddly and moves independently. By observing this unique behavior, the townsfolk can identify the true vampire. It's all about keen observation skills. Now let's venture into a thrilling criminal case. Steve meets a tragic fate, and suspicion falls on 3 potential culprits: his wife, the chef, and the gardener. Can you deduce who is the likely criminal? Curious, isn't it? Well, it turns out that the chef is the likely culprit. The incident happened in the afternoon, but the chef claims to be making breakfast. Sometimes it's the small contradictions that unravel the truth. In our next puzzle, a young boy makes a bet with a man. The man claims he can write the boy's exact weight on a piece of paper, and if he succeeds, he'll win $50. But in a surprising twist, the boy ends up paying the man. How did the man win the bet? The man cleverly writes your exact weight on the piece of paper, and that was precisely what he promised to do. Tricky wording, but an impressive play on semantics. Now let's explore a daring escape mission. Our captive finds themselves trapped in a room with 2 possible escape routes. One route is dangerous due to scorching magnifying glasses, while the other is guarded by a fire-spewing dragon. How can they make their escape? Well, the solution is to wait until nightfall when the sun is down, and then dash through the first exit without being harmed. Timing is everything. Next, we have a selection of rooms for a criminal to meet their fatal fate. One room is engulfed in fire, another filled with assassins, and the third inhabited by starving lions. Which room should they choose? Here's the secret. They should select the room with the lions. Why? Well, if the lions haven't eaten in years, chances are they aren't alive anymore. It's all about paying attention to the details. Now we have a magician's challenge. A kid overhears the magician claiming to hold his breath underwater for 6 minutes. The kid confidently declares that they can do 10 minutes with no gear. In a surprising turn of events, the kid wins the bet. Any idea how they achieved this feat? Believe it or not, The kid simply held a glass of water above their head for 10 minutes. Clever thinking, right? It just goes to show that sometimes the answers are right under our noses. In our next puzzle, we have a race between a monkey. Who's going to be the lucky winner? The answer may surprise you. None of them. That's because bananas don't grow on coconut trees. Sometimes the answer lies in avoiding assumptions and looking at the bigger picture. Now, let's tackle a tricky situation. There are 5 apples in a basket, and 5 people are in the room. Each person takes 1 apple, yet 1 apple remains in the basket. How is this possible? Well, the answer lies in the fact that 1 person took an apple together with the basket itself. It's all about thinking outside the box and considering all possibilities. Finally, we have a peculiar behavior to decipher. A person lives on the 14th floor of a building, but when they take the elevator downstairs, they stop at the 1st floor. When going upstairs, they only go to the 10th floor and use the stairs for the rest of the way. However, when they're in the elevator with someone or when it's raining, they go straight to the 14th floor. What's the deal with this strange behavior? The explanation lies in the person being a child who cannot reach the 14th floor button. When it's raining, the child has an umbrella to press the button, and when they're with someone else, that person can press the button for them. It's all about understanding different perspectives and adapting to unique situations. And there you have it, a collection of mind-boggling puzzles and riddles to challenge and entertain you. I hope you enjoyed this puzzle-filled video and that it sparked your curiosity. If you liked it, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And remember, the world